Hey there, fight fans. In today's video, after Tom Aspinall's confident victory over Sergei Pavlovich, the Englishman gained incredible self-confidence. Aspinall does not intend to wait long for Jon Jones, as he wants to hang a full-fledged belt on his shoulder as soon as possible.
About Stipe and Jon Jones, right? You were saying to me you think Jones should be stripped, you think Stipe should fight you. Have you heard anything from either of those guys? Has there been anything on social media, anything you've seen in an interview or anything?
Again, nothing. Absolutely nothing. Mate, I'm trying to be out there getting my dream fight. Give me a break. I'm trying to fight one of the legends. That's all.
Well, I think I'm the active champion. Jon Jones isn't active right now, so I won't be the real champion until I beat Jon Jones, though.
Also in this video, former UFC lightweight title challenger Nate Diaz will receive $15 million from the PFL if he agrees to fight blogger Jake Paul under MMA rules. Also, the popular Russian fighter Sharabutdin Magomedov did not ignore the statement of the former contender Marvin Vettori, who announced his desire to share the octagon with him.
Step by step, I will become a champion. Remember my name. This is my division. Yeah, I do. The pirate is here.
Then at the end of the video, UFC light heavyweight champion Alex Pereira responded to the fact that former middleweight belt holder Israel Adesanya refused a third fight with him. So let's kick things off in order. Are you ready to take your energy game to the next level? Meet StrikeGum, the world's best energy gum. No more hassle with powders or shaker bottles. Just pop in a piece, feel the rush, and get energized instantly. Now, what makes StrikeGum stand out? Well, it's crafted with purpose, made right here in the USA by a fellow content creator who I would like to support. It is designed for those who want more from their energy boost. This isn't just gum, it's a game changer. And get this, each piece packs a solid 90 milligrams of caffeine, matching coffee and energy drinks. But here's the kicker. It is easier, more convenient, and costs less per serving than your average pre-workout energy drink or coffee. And we don't stop there. StrikeGum goes the extra mile with 100 milligrams of alpha GPC. It's not just about energy. It's about enhancing memory, mood, and overall brain function. Elevate your workout, stay focused, and hey, you're also supporting a cause. Profits go towards helping Ukrainian refugees. So whether you're hitting the gym or on the go, keep StrikeGum in your bag, glove box, wherever. It's the boost you need without the hassle. Honestly, this stuff is great. So if you want to check it out and replace your morning coffee or your energy drink, I went ahead and linked it down in the description below. Now, not much time has passed since Tom Aspinall knocked out Sergei Pavlovich at UFC 295. His victory over Sergei marked a turning point, propelling him into the spotlight and instilling an unwavering self-belief. Aspinall's newfound confidence has led to a pivotal shift in his approach. Once modest, he now sets his sights on becoming the next martial arts sensation. Immediately after the fight, the Englishman spoke very carefully and respectfully about Jon Jones. But apparently he finally realized that he would have to wait for Jones for a pretty long time. First, Jones will need to recover from his recent injury, then fight Stipe Miocic. But Tom is not at all happy with this situation. Aspinall has demonstrated that he is not going to be a softie who will wait for his chance humbly. Tom demonstrated his desire to have the belt right here and right now, and that should really help captivate the UFC. I mean, a strong, versatile, and bright heavyweight has now appeared in the UFC, and is not only ready to brutally knock out his opponents, but also wants to put on a really good show. Interestingly, Aspinall even demonstrated that he is not solely focused on the UFC. Aspinall also announced his desire to have a boxing match. As Aspinall took up boxing as a child and then returned to it in his 20s, Tom trained with Tyson Fury himself at one point. And now the Englishman has seen the positive example that Francis Ngannou did, moving to professional boxing and then almost defeating the current world champion. So now Aspinall is going to follow in those same footsteps as the Predator. And given Tom's data, well, this might work out pretty well for him. Now, most likely, the UFC will not risk depriving Jones of the title, so Aspinall will have to wait. At the same time, Tom will also not risk his temporary belt and status as a contender for the actual title fight. After knocking out Russian Denis Goltsov in the final match of the season, new PFL heavyweight champion Alex Pereira believes that he has done enough to qualify for a fight with former UFC champion Francis Ngannou, who plans to make his debut in the PFL next year, saying,
"Francis, I'm here. I'm waiting for you."
So the fact that the winner of the heavyweight championship match will become the main candidate for the fight with the Predator was announced by the head of the operations department of the European branch of the PFL, Dan Hardy, who is also leading the commentating for the league. By finishing Goltsov in the second round, Pereira scored his third knockout victory in a row. So if the newly crowned PFL champion fails to secure a title fight with Ngannou, his next opponent would be American Ryan Bader, who holds the Bellator heavyweight title. But according to the plan of the PFL, just a few days earlier, they did announce the purchase of Bellator. Next year, the organizations will be holding a joint event in which champions in all the different weight categories will compete. Former UFC lightweight title challenger Nate Diaz will receive $15 million from the PFL if he agrees to fight blogger Jake Paul under MMA rules. The head of the organization, Don Davis, announced this in the new episode of the MMA Hour, saying Nate is his own man and does only what he wants, and I'm just trying to convey to him that we are open for business. I just want to say, here is $15 million, here's Jake Paul. We at PFL have all of the infrastructure and are easy to work with. The offer is valid. In August of this year, Nate Diaz made an unsuccessful debut in professional boxing, losing to Jake Paul by unanimous decision after 10 rounds. And 2 weeks later, he rejected an offer to have a $10 million rematch with the YouTuber in the PFL cage. 38-year-old Nate Diaz had his last MMA fight last September at UFC 279 in Las Vegas, finishing with a fourth-round guillotine choke on Tony Ferguson, after which he then refused to renew his contract with the UFC and left the organization as a free agent. The popular Russian fighter Sharabutdin Magomedov did not ignore the statement of Marvin Vettori, the former contender for the UFC middleweight title, announcing his desire to share the octagon with him. Replying back saying, "Marvin Vettori, I long to share the cage with you," he posted on social media. "We can pick stadiums and give people bread and circuses. I don't doubt your fighting skills and spirit, but I didn't come from a music school either. I asked the UFC to give me a chance to go out and show everything I can do." The undefeated 29-year-old Magomedov successfully made his UFC debut in October of this year, defeating former M1 champion Bruno Silva by unanimous decision. The 30-year-old Marvin Vettori, ranked 5th in the UFC middleweight rankings, had his last fight in June of this year, losing by unanimous decision to Jared Cannonier after 5 rounds. UFC light heavyweight champion Alex Pereira responded to the fact that former middleweight belt holder Israel Adesanya refused a third fight with him, saying, "I will respect Adesanya's opinion. It doesn't matter if he's afraid or not ready or anything like that, or if he just wants to stay away for a bit. If he doesn't want to fight me now, that's fine. I respect that. This actually suits me quite well." Now, Pereira continues to write a unique story as he only made his UFC debut in 2021, joining the promotion as a kickboxing star and former Glory champion in 2 different weight categories. And in the absolute shortest possible time, the Brazilian reached the middleweight title fight, knocking out Israel Adesanya. After that, Alex managed to lose the title, moved up to light heavyweight, and then got the belt there. After knocking out Yuri Prochazka, Pereira became a UFC champion in 2 different weight categories, making him only the 9th fighter in the history of the promotion to achieve this. So what other achievements will the Brazilian achieve? In any case, he has already secured his place in history, and he can thank the same Adesanya for this.
Yeah. Huh?
So that is all for today, folks. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to like and subscribe to the channel, as it does help the development of the channel, so thank you very much in advance.